do have another article from the Daily Wire. We have Trump poses a major tax change for workers who get tips. If you work in the service industry, most of your pay is going to come in tips. You're thankful for every single tip that you get. You're thankful for all of that. But then at the end of the day, you choose whether or not you want to actually report those tips to the IRS and then pay taxes on them. It's very interesting to see a president actually want to cut taxes again. I just don't know what he wants to do when it comes to the spending of America. I don't know what he wants to do to actually get the debt of America down. But that's going to be spending less money. So if America spends less money, then we could probably pay our debts down. But we need to actually cut the spending here. Former President Donald Trump said on Sunday that if he was reelected to the presidency in November, he wanted to change the tax code to exempt tip income from federal taxes, prompting loud cheers from the Las Vegas crowd. Trump, who stopped in Sin City after a whirlwind tour of the West Coast, told the audience that he wanted to push Congress to act, saying that he'd expect them to eliminate taxes on tips earned by restaurant and hospitality workers, which is a great thing, by the way. This is the first time I've said this. Those hotel workers, people that get tips, you're going to be very happy because when I get to office, we're going to not charge taxes on tips, on people making tips, Trump said, and we're going to do it right away. First thing in office, because that's the point of contention for years and years and years. And you do a great job of service. You take care of people. Yeah, so this is yet again a very big win, another Trump win for the middle class Americans. Middle class Americans go through every single day. They're working their butt off. They have bills to pay at the end of the year. So even if we do save maybe $100 per week, that's $5,200 at the end of the year. So that's really good. So he's saving us a lot of money. You can't complain about that. This is a very good thing for the service industry. I would love this to happen right now. Joe Biden should just steal the idea and just do it right now. That would be awesome if Joe Biden was to do it, but Joe Biden's too stupid to do that. Talking about Joe Biden, Edmund secretly tells Border Patrol to release migrants into the United States despite Biden's executive order. So the executive order, we all knew that was BS. We all knew that the Border Patrol only can do certain things that Joe Biden tells them to do. Obviously, if he goes out front and he says, oh, well, we're going to be rejecting all migrants, and then the Border Patrol agents are commanded not to go along with that, but that's just what Biden was saying publicly, then of course this is going to be another one of Trump's pluses and Biden's negatives because of the fact that Joe Biden has failed us in this front, allowing immigrants to come into this country illegally. Coming into this country legally is a whole entire different conversation. Taking our jobs, stuff like that is not a good thing whatsoever. President Joe Biden's administration has instructed United States Border Patrol agents to release illegal aliens into the United States from all but 6 of the more 100 countries in the Eastern Hemisphere rather than deport them. The Washington Examiner obtained the memo that Border Patrol agents were given by the Biden officials, which come immediately after Biden signed a weak executive order on immigration last week. And he claimed that he would shut down the border if it became overwhelmed, even though he had previously said that he couldn't do it. Numerous officials, elected leaders, and security experts have warned that Biden's executive order solves nothing and is little more than window dressing. Of course, because of the fact that if Joe Biden could do something, he would have did something. So why are you going to wait till now to do something if you actually cared about the problem? Not only that, but also because of the fact that the executive orders that he has implemented are only going to go so far because of the fact that he destroyed all of the protocols that Border Patrol actually had under Trump. So he destroyed this, and then signing one executive order, even though all of the other policies are destroyed, is not going to fix the problem here. The instructions the Border Patrol's agents were given contradicts what senior Biden administration officials told reporters in a call on Tuesday would be the case for migrants from Eastern Hemisphere countries who traveled through multiple countries without seeking asylum in order to reach the United States, referred to extra hemispheric migrants, said Examiner border correspondent Anna Guridi. The report quoted Biden as saying, extra hemispheric migrants have always been a challenge. This was subject to these rules provisions, and we've been working with all governments around the world to enhance our ability to repatriate individuals to countries to have historically been challenging. We have, for example, operated repatriation flights to India, to China, to Uzbekistan, to Mauritania, and Senegal over the last few months, and all of those countries that historically have been much more challenging for us to return individuals to, and blah, 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 blah. The Biden administration official has just been saying that if you go through multiple countries, then you're free to stay in this country. But if you just come from Mexico into America, then we're going to deport you. But then what's stopping you from coming back and then doing the same thing again and again and again and again until you're just not caught? So what's stopping this? The honor system, I guess. I don't know. It's just stupid. It's a very stupid situation when we're depending on the honor system, something like that, the magic fairies, to actually make sure that these people actually don't break the law. But they're breaking the law anyway because they do not care. This is not their country at the end of the day. The instructions that the Biden administration gave Border Patrol agents said that only individuals from Georgia, Moldova, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan will be referred for fast removal from the United States and not allowed to asylum. Everyone else who enters this country in the Eastern Hemisphere will be released into the United States and allowed to seek asylum. The Eastern Hemisphere includes all Middle East, Asia, most of Africa, and most of Europe. Fox News correspondent Bill Melgen said that the instructions amount to mass catch and release continues as approximately 10 million has entered the United States under Biden, and that number is only increasing by the day, and it's sad. Joe Biden never wants to do anything to fix the actual problems. He only wants to create problems so he can be perceived as fixing it, even though he's not fixing it whatsoever.